Welcome back to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker. She's the host of the program, and this is the weekly radio show that informs and educates you on how to buy or sell real estate. And it does it with Barb Schlinker, the owner broker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Now, Barb, skepticism is pretty common when doing business with anyone. Many people think that agents may not provide accurate information and property evaluations just to get business from those home sellers. What has been your experience when you're talking to home sellers about other agents' honesty and about the market and their marketing? Finally, the truth at last.
Well, I would say there's a fair bit of skepticism in general from home sellers anyway. I have a lot of people say, well, I see my home's value on Zillow. I don't know if that's true or not. But at the end of the day, what sellers want to know is what is my home going to sell for? Because they want to sell their home. They don't want to wait around. They want to get it done. And it's become a much quicker society than what we've had in the past. They don't want to sit on the market for month after month and wait for it to sell. And there is definitely a lack of trust in real estate agents. And I get why. When you ask them, did you have any experience in the past? And what is your expectation going forward? Usually they'll come up and they'll tell me things that happened to them where I just cringe and go, oh, that wasn't good, whatever happened to you. But some agents will, the fear of sellers is some agents are going to suggest a price that's below market value just to get a quick sale to get paid. And when you look at the numbers, there's 5,000 agents. I think just to look at June in particular, there were 935 sales in the month of June. So obviously not every real estate agent had a closing. Okay. So what does that make people get desperate about how they talk to clients? And this is what I'm hearing other agents do when they show up and talk to a seller about selling a home. They'll show up with similar sales and go, your home is worth this. It's not a two-way conversation. And the sellers don't know because they're thinking, well, you must be an expert, so you must be true, right? And they somehow get them to sign on the dotted line. So some will suggest a price too low, and some will suggest a price too high just to get them to sign. And then the way they do that is they put it on the market. It's not selling, month after month goes by with it not selling, and the agent just beats them up on price. Now, there are times when sellers decide on a number that they want and they're not going to come off of that. And that's okay. You got to wait for the sands of time to go by. And eventually, it could work out, maybe not. Usually they make the messenger the bad guy and they kill the agent and go get a different one. But some people will actually some agents will artificially tell them, oh, I can get you a lot more money, but you got to sign with me. And then they don't know. They have no idea. Most of them, if they're only selling 4 homes a year, they have no idea what's going on in the market. And most of them are not getting paid every month. So this could affect what they do and how they do it. So what home sellers really want to know from their agents is how to price their home competitively and to be kept informed about what's going on. And I can tell you, not all real estate agents are the same. Are they really sitting down with you and asking you, what are your goals? That's a very important question. I've had some people that say, I don't want to go through. I just talked to somebody yesterday that actually got a really great deal on a house. He was just a friend, and the friend was downsizing, and he goes, I can't go through the whole real estate agent sales process. And so he had a cash buyer, and he took care of them that way. And that's one of the things that we offer. In fact, we show up with a list of cash offers for our listings. I had a listing a few years ago where the seller had that experience. And when you start selling and we go up Ute Pass and Teller County and some of those areas up in the mountains are just eye-watering, spectacularly beautiful in the summer, in the fall. In the winter, not so much, right? So this was the summer. This agent came in and told him what the home was worth, and the house sat on the market for 100 days. It didn't sell. And then the agent ghosted him, And when he tried to book an appointment, he didn't show up with his own agent, which is pathetic. And finally, he decided to make a change and we sold it in 2 weeks. But what I found out from that transaction is there never was discussion about what the market's doing, what the prices are, what the competition looks like, what are other homes selling for. That is really important information for a seller because they want to succeed. They don't want to sit there with a house on the market month after month and have it not sell. My name is Barb Schlinker. I've actually helped hundreds of home sellers that tried to hire one of those agents that was a discount agent. So they're thinking, oh, they're getting a deal. And I just talked to one a few weeks ago where he said, oh, well, this agent gave me a really good deal. And I looked at the pictures and went, oh boy, yeah, maybe so, but I wouldn't use this picture or it's not the way I would present the home if you gave me a chance to do it. He didn't hire me. That's up to him. But at the end of the day, there's a way that you do it now that works, and there's a way that you don't do it. And even though some people know for a fact, hey, this is not working, the pictures aren't good, I don't know if they don't tell their agents or what, but buyers are consumers and buyers are consuming the data they see on their phones or on the internet, and they won't even leave their fuzzy bunny slippers and go even drive by a house or ask to see a house if they don't like what they see online, if the pictures are bad, if the presentation is bad, or if it's overpriced. So all that kind of thing is very important. We had another listing that we sold this spring where the seller had it on the market for a long time with another agent. Nothing was happening. They never talked about how to price the home. It was one of those things where the agent showed up and said, your house is worth this, sign here, right? And so what happened was it didn't sell. They finally took it off the market for a while. They called us and we did it our way. We sat down with them. We showed them exactly what the market was doing. And she was blown away. She's like, wow, I've never seen anything like this before. This is amazing. So we got her to price it right. It sold for over asking price in just a few weeks, and she was thrilled. And that's all she wanted, was to meet her goals. But some agents don't think of it that way, or they just don't know. So if you are thinking of making a move, this is what we do for our clients. We sit down, we give them an in-home consultation. Not everybody wants to do the traditional listing thing. So one of the things that makes us unique is we show up with 5 cash offers on your home, and you can decide whether or not you want to go down that road and take a cash offer or not. We'll take a chance with the market and maybe try to get a little bit more with the market. And if you do that, we're going to give you tips on what to do and what not to do to get your house ready for sale, help you prepare your home for sale, and then show you exactly how much you'll put in your pocket so you know with certainty what you're going to move forward with. A lot of people pretty much will not make an offer on another property unless they have certainty that their home here is sold. And just on my website, I've got at least 100 buyers that are looking for homes just on my website. I can tap into another 600 on one of the big web portals that I market on. But I've had sellers reach out to me in the past and say, hey, we've had 100 showings on a remodeled home and no offers. So what was the problem? If it was remodeled, it's probably not how it looked online, but maybe it was some of it. But we got them to price it right. And we took care of that issue right away, and it ended up selling for well over asking price. So if you think you're saving the commission, hiring a discount agent, think again. You may, but then again, you may not, because they may not position your home so that you have success and you're able to sell your home within the goals that you planned out. My name is Barb Schlinker. I'm the broker owner of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Barb has the buyer's team and the host of the show, Your Real Estate Voice. And we're talking about whether or not real estate agents either undervalue or overvalue homes, just to get you to sign on the dotted line. And next up, we're going to talk about some agent whoppers that they will say just to get a home seller to sign on the dotted line. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker, the owner and broker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, host of the program as well. And you can reach her at 719-301-3900. Now, we're talking, Barb, about whether or not choosing a discount agent will help a home seller actually save money. Barb, what are some of the other things that a home seller should really look for when they're choosing an agent to represent one of the biggest assets people have in their entire life?
Well, Richard, at first, at the end of the day, there is a real estate agent on every corner. There's 5,000 in the Pikes Peak region. There's 30,000 up in Denver. Most of them sell three or four or less homes a year. Okay. And in 2020, out of just in our area, half of them didn't sell any at all. Right. So that's a problem. You're going to see a lot of turnover in the industry. You're going to see a lot of people that really don't have the expertise. So the question is, if you're going to let somebody handle one of your largest assets and you want to succeed, are you really going to play Russian roulette with one of those assets and pick the wrong agent so you don't have success? We know exactly how to position a home to get appropriate pricing. We have great marketing, great communication. There are no surprises. But I've had agents tell lies to their potential customers about other agents just to get them to sign. Because I've gotten the feedback, oh, I heard she doesn't sell in this area, or she doesn't have as many 5-star reviews. I actually had a former employee that went to work for a competitor and had secretly had a login to all of my seller call-in leads, and she stole them for about 8 months. I kept asking my team, didn't we lock her out of all of our communication? And they kept saying, yeah, no, she doesn't have access anymore. It turned out she had a login to one of the vendors that was an answering service. So she was logging in and getting the contact information that people were calling me to sell their house. And then they would reach out to them and compete against me. And they were successful on a few of the deals, not all of them. I'm pretty sure that's a crime. But I'm just saying that is the kind of thing that some people will go through. They'll even steal the business just to get it. So you have to really ask some hard questions, right? Real estate agents are not a generic service. Not all real estate agents are the same. But a home seller has to think about it. I just talked to one yesterday that said, oh, we've known this agent for 30 years and they sold us the home originally and we gave her a chance, but the marketing's awful and it's not selling. And we're going to give her so many days, right? Well, that's a mistake, because the problem is if your home is not marketed right and it's not priced right within the first 30 days on the market, the bulk of that buyer population that's going to look at your home has already eliminated it and passed it by. You don't want to do that. So you really want to make a good decision about who is the right person to handle the sale. Now, not only do we offer a free in-home consultation, but if you'd like to get some data about how to choose a real estate agent, you could go to barbhasthebuyers.com and click on the free reports. There's some great reports that we provide that can give you some analytical data and a checklist on how to choose the right agent for you. Just give us a call at 719-301-3900 or go to barbhasthebuyers.com. Richard?
You're listening to Your Real Estate Voice with Barb Schlinker of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. She is your real estate voice. And if you are thinking of making a move, call Barb 719-301-3900 or visit barbhasthebuyers.com. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be talking about the top steps to downsize and declutter before selling your house. Plus, we'll talk about Barb's hot new listings. You don't want to miss those.